Back on May 24th, Hogwarts Legacy community manager Chandler Wood posted on the PlayStation blog alongside a social media update for the game, which largely focused on some special features for the DualSense controller. Within that blog post, however, there were a few clips that I think some people may have missed. I've seen a few folks in the comments asking where I found certain footage for the game, so here's everything they shared within that post. And while most people were excited about everything we saw there was a bit of concern that emerged from the second clip here, which showed off a new character model in Slytherin robes and a combat scene from the game. Now, there were two parts that caused some people to get a little worried, and the first is the robe physics here, or lack thereof. Notice this section of the gameplay trailer here, and we can see robe physics clearly in place. Compare that to this brief shot here, nowhere near the same. So it was very nice to see Chandler take to Twitter this week to address those concerns by sharing some new footage of the game, confirming that robe physics are alive and well in Hogwarts Legacy, and they aren't going anywhere. This is awesome to see, and personally I would add that I think the robe physics and movement actually look much better here than they did even in the gameplay trailer just a few months ago, and to me this is a fantastic sign for the progress of the game. Frankly, it's something I always try and remind people of when we see footage of these games. It's a vertical slice. You just never know unless it's outright stated, the settings they're running on, the difficulty level, what they do and don't have disabled. Clearly we don't even see a HUD here, which personally I like, but I think the final version of the game will definitely have some sort of HUD by default. Now, I did mention there were two concerns that sprang from that brief clip we saw on the PlayStation blog post, and the other one is this guy here on the left side of the screen. Is it a bug? Is it bad AI? I don't know. One thing we can say for sure is that it was shown as part of an unfinished version of the game, guys, so I don't think there's any reason to be concerned about it just yet. At this point, I just find it more humorous than anything else. Who knows, maybe Chandler will share another video soon addressing that one as well. And I gotta say, I think they're continuing to do a fantastic job with ramping up the marketing for the game as we move closer toward launch. I love that we're seeing a steady stream of content, even when it's small updates like this. To me, I think fans love the steady updates like this, and I really want to commend Chandler and the team at Avalanche for being willing to share these little details as things progress. We are still keeping our eyes out for something big later this summer, which was promised by Chandler just a few weeks ago. We didn't see any sign of Hogwarts Legacy at the Summer Game Fest, and honestly at this point, I think we can pretty much forget about seeing Hogwarts Legacy at any of these industry-wide shows unless it's something put on by PlayStation. Every single time we've seen a significant chunk of the game, it has been heavily promoted and pushed by PlayStation. It started with the PS5 reveal, where Hogwarts Legacy was officially revealed as well for the first time, then again in a dedicated state of play just for Hogwarts Legacy, and finally here in this recent update from Chandler with the blog post and the video focusing on the DualSense features. Now, there actually was a mention of Hogwarts Legacy on some new materials from Microsoft as well. I think a lot of people may have missed this one too, but if you check out the official Xbox Twitter account, they shared this image that has a list of what's coming to Xbox and PC over the next 12 months. On the left, you have 2022, and then on the right, 2023, but in the last row, on the 2022 side, we do indeed see Hogwarts Legacy listed there. So confirmation, it is still coming to Xbox, and it is still on track for 2022. As for the actual release date, we still don't know when, although there have been some hints within the Amazon UK listing of the Hogwarts Legacy art book. That art book, at least on that UK listing, has a December 6th release date. Now, even if that is totally accurate, that doesn't necessarily mean that the game is for sure coming out that day either. But I gotta say, honestly, that is my personal guess for when I think Hogwarts Legacy is going to release. I think December 6th, Tuesday, that is the day, at least in my opinion. And fellow Hogwarts Legacy YouTuber ExpectoGo actually did a video on this recently, and he was kind enough to ask me to participate among several other Hogwarts Legacy creators. That was a super fun video. I definitely encourage you all to check it out. You can see it on the right side of your screen now. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go, as we are closing in on 25,000 subs. Thank you all for the love. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.